What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got a legend, an activist, an icon, one of the greatest producers / rappers of all time off in this thing. David Banner, what's good with it, boss?
What's happening with you, B-Hop?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. I mean, talking about being back, I mean, Swangin is swinging all over the place.
Man, come on.
When I first heard it, first of all, when I first heard that song, Banner, it did something to me.
Right.
Because when I heard that song, I said, okay, see, that's that banner right there.
Yeah.
That's what folks has been looking for.
Yeah.
And I knew it was in you the whole time.
Yeah.
But first of all, how long have you had that song?
Bro, we made that song not too long ago, bro. And you heard, matter of fact, you heard the first iteration of the album.
Yeah.
It's about 3 times better than that.
Oh, my God.
You know, because Swangin wasn't on there.
That's
when
right.
You heard it, right.
That's right.
What it is, bro, is, man, just having the space, man, to be creative. Because if you think about it, man, you know, we get to a point where we want to be creative and create another type of music, right?
That's right.
So we'll do that. Because if you think about it, B-High, I was about 7 months, a year ahead of the so-called woke movement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had this big secret meeting of a lot of the heads in hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, and they were talking about they was like, man, we need to make some music. And I told them, I was like, man, go to Godbox, you can pick any song off of Godbox 1 and it's there. You know what I'm saying? But then I realized, bro, like, then you also create a box for yourself to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the real truth, bro, I hadn't said pussy on the record for about 10 years. It was pretty invigorating if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And so, like, bro, like, for me, man, but it has to be genuine.
Yeah.
You know, it has to come from a space, bro, where I know that it's needed.
Yeah.
And see, like, with me, a lot of times, if you look at a lot of these kids, bro, and I make music for everybody, but I don't pander to our children. I feel that. I'm too old to do that.
Yeah.
But I do think, you know, kids have to know what your experience is.
Yeah.
One of my homeboys used to be one of the biggest hustlers that hit these streets, bro. And he asked me, man, he's like, Banner, you need to talk to my son. Like, he has no idea who I am. He was like, past the tattoos, he just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so if we want to connect, we have to connect, you know, any way that we possibly can. And for me, it's just making great music when I feel it. And right now I feel it. And so the Godbox 1 is the God album. You know, the Godbox 2 is the nigga album. Because that's where we at.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether we want to admit it or not, that's where we are. And then Godbox 3 is going to be the human album. That's the God and the nigga together.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's about where I am.
What was it like being free, creating this Godbox 2, saying, okay, I'm going to say what I feel and how I feel on this music and just get it off?
Well, it's great because nobody could ever put me in the box, bro. And it was so crazy, man. Like, we had a listening party in Houston, bro, and folks' mouth was wide open.
Yeah.
You know, at one time I had to stand up and be like, bro, I read. Because everybody was blown away with the lyricism, man. And shout out to Houston, man, because everybody showed up for me, man. They showed up. They showed love, man. It was spiritual, but it just feels good to be in a creative space without having to pander my spirit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because there is something about music, bro, that puts you in a space, man. So, like, man, I'm doing good. I'm looking good. I just lost 38 pounds.
Come on.
I'm healthy. You know, it's funny, man, because even the support that I am getting from the kids, you know, the support that I'm getting from, you know, my contemporaries, it's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, being in Texas performing, I mean, I saw you and Flip get back together and perform that Like a Pimp, man. I mean, what was that like with you and him in the stage and Raising Hell again?
Man, it was special, man, because, you know, it's been a while. You know, and I think, man, like for us, we always tell these children, you know, how important it is for us to be able to stand with each other, you know, and if we're not able to do it, then how can they show us how to do it? You know what I'm saying? So like it was magical, and then the city showed up, man. Like it was people that was at the show and that was at the listening party who probably hadn't been in the room together at the same time, man. So to be able to pull people from all walks of life together, man. And then if you think about it, man, the reason why Swangin is also called Chad is, if you think about it, man, like a pimp with that feature, and then UGK or Pimp C's voice on the hook, like that was the beginning of my career.
Yeah.
If you really think about it,
Crazy.
at this level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like one of the things that I'm doing with the God Box too is coming back and giving to the places that helped me put Mississippi on. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's really important to me. Like if on the next song, and that was a song you went crazy over. We got Duke Deuce, T.I., and Juicy J.
My God!
On the next record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be able to give, I was able to give back to Houston, and Texas in general. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a listening party in Dallas. I'm going to be able to give back to Tennessee via Memphis, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Atlanta is a place where I signed my deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, not signed it in Birmingham, but it blowing up here. The Bay Area is what sustained my career. Washington, D.C., Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to be able to give back to these places and say thank you to the world in general,
That's
but
right.
especially the places that put me on their back and say, here, world.
Exactly.
He's representing Mississippi. He stand for something. We believe in him.
That's right.
And I also, man, want to tell you, man, like, thank you, bro. Like, I know this, man. Like, this is a constant part of your show.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, your family.
Same thing here.
And, bro, it's about to be amazing. You know what's about to come.
Well, I'm excited as hell, Banner, because I'm seeing you back in your element go crazy. And so I want to ask you this. Had you stopped performing all of your old music when you started doing the lecturing and the tours and stuff like that with the God Box One?
Yeah.
And so what was that like, just putting that guy in a box and being the God Box first guy?
Well, it wasn't hard at all because I get paid more to speak than I did performing up until Swangin came. I get paid more than most rappers to speak.
My God.
Yeah, most rappers get paid to perform.
Yeah.
So like however you want it, I got it for you. You know what I'm saying? And if you really think about it, it's a different aspect. Because the real truth is in music, and it's sad, like a lot of people don't want professionals to be professionals.
Yeah.
Like you go to a show and, when I go to shows, that's one of the reasons why I jump off stage. Some of my people, like last time I performed in Atlanta, I tore my Achilles.
Shit.
And it was like, because I see so many people either on the phone or, trying to prove that they're a better rapper or a better performer.
Yeah. Like
when I go, it's funny, I just left a Grateful Dead show. And like the fans came up to me like, David Banner, why you at a Grateful Dead concert? And I was like, because I'm studying.
Ooh.
I want to see, because you can learn something from everybody.
Facts.
Even when I'm in, like, one of the things I want to talk to you about in this interview, man, is even working with young artists. I love working with young artists as much as they love working with me, because with there being a disconnect, they had to learn their own way.
That's right.
So it's different. So I have something to learn, they have something to learn, but in general, man, just stepping away from music in general helped me want to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because
I really, really stepped away, and when I came back a new person.
That's right.
You know?
Performing at the Black Wall Street Festival, man. I mean, break that down.
You really do your research.
Oh, I get down to the bottom of some things, but
I
mean, you went down there and crunked that thing up too, man.
There was over 5,000 people there.
My God.
It was, man, I'm gonna tell you how God worked, bro. It was sort of where I was in life. Because if you see the video of that performance, I went out on stage and I told the people that I was conflicted because we're standing on the grounds where our people were murdered. We were standing on the grounds where, you know, businesses that we don't even have today, as far as in one community, you know, and I'm about to perform on these grounds. And although I am performing some God box stuff, you know, I'm about to get back into some of the old David Banner.
That's right.
You know, because that's why people were here. And
damn right.
And one of my best partners in the world, his name is Bird. He is from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And back in the day, way back in the day, he was the one who used to take me to North Tulsa to the chicken shack. But he told me, he said, Banner, he said, don't let them folk bullshit you, man. He said, yeah, Black Wall Street was great businesses and churches and all that kind of stuff. He said, but it was pimps, hustlers, and gangsters too.
Come on.
He said, when them white folks was trying to hang them black folks, who you think pulled up with the shotguns?
Exactly.
It was the gangsters.
Yeah.
He said it was some hoeing and some other stuff going on too. He said, and you are the perfect representation of that. Then one of my other partners said, bro, you right in between Tribe Called Quest and Too Short. And I was like, damn, and you really think about that. Cause you my partner. Was he lying?
Come on, it's a good place to be.
And like Tip said, it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause you don't want to be out here. And think about this, bro. When most people talk about God, they act like God is good. God is everything.
Everything.
God is good, bad, and everything you thought of and never thought of.
Yeah.
I am starting to realize that God is even the lie. And let me tell you why.
Talk to me.
Anything that you could conceive, perceive, or come up with, bro, is all God. So if you even think about somebody like Trump lying for so long and then it becoming true, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what I'm starting to realize, bro, is we are what we are and we have to get the noise out of the way.
Facts.
At the end of the day, is this bitch jamming?
Come on.
That's the only thing I want to know from people.
Yeah.
And bro, when we got out there on that stage in Tulsa, we tore that motherfucker down, Jack. If that's the precursor to what's about to come in this motherfucker, everybody in trouble. But what I will say, B-High, I want motherfuckers to take me as motivation.
Yeah.
Cause everybody that heard this motherfucking album, bro, the God Box 2, they fucking jaw been on the floor.
What was the creative process behind the God Box 2? Like when you got ready to come with that swangin', what was your mind at when you said, you know what? Let me go ahead and get some of this pimp. Let me get some of this mint condition to make it do.
Well, what happened was, bro, man, is I make a lot of beats, bro. And like, I always be saying, bro, I want this person. Or I want this person. Or I want this person. And people be in their spaces. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, originally, bro, it was a whole bunch of features was supposed to be on there. And I was like, man, let me do this one. Like, let me do this. And let me get Bun. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Bun on here, man, and let me ride.
Yeah.
Because the other thing was too, bro, is when I perform, I want to give a full performance.
Yeah.
And sometimes because I'm a producer, like it fragments the show.
Yeah.
So I really wanted people to see where I was lyrically and just beat wise, man. I just wanted to jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Pharrell told me something one time. Pharrell was like, man, you got to show people how to do it. You got to get them the full picture, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, man, I wanted to give somebody the quintessential David Banner. I wanted them to let them know where I was and where I am now. You know what I'm saying? So it's the spirit of Mississippi, the album, the spirit of it, but with the lyricism
Yeah.
You know, the God Box one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you went for your features and stuff, all of the people that you got on this album, what was it like collabing with everybody and putting this project together?
Now, I do want to say this, man, straight up. I want to give a very, very, very big shout out to Griselda, bro.
Yes, sir.
Them boys went out their way for me. You know what I'm saying? And in a way that I couldn't have asked them to. You know, and so many times we are not quick to say thank you. You know, and a lot of times with these children, it's because they don't know how to say thank you. They ain't never
been taught.
Nobody's ever showed them how that look. But like Griselda, they stood up for me. Like Benny the Butcher's verse on my album, bro.
That's what Benny do.
Conway tore that motherfucker apart, bro. Like, and I sampled Westside on the song with Method that you heard.
Oh my God.
Method Man, bro.
Yeah.
He said something that was so powerful. He said, bro, I be on Instagram. He said, no, I be on Twitter sometime. And Black Twitter say, protect David Banner. So how dare I not show up?
Come on.
It was really special, man. Tip is a really big part of my musical career and life, bro. And bro opened up, you know, his studio, his heart, everything, bro. It was like, here, bro, whatever you need. Juicy J acted so motherfucking crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You know, Duke Deuce has that spirit, bro, of my generation, but representing his, man, and to be able to get, you know, him and Juicy on the same song at the same time, bro. Crazy. Anthony Hamilton, bro. Bro, you know how many folks on there. There's so many folks on there, man. It was just awesome, man.
When you think about your generation, though, Banner,
shout out 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz went off on that joint. Akeem Ali.
Yeah.
He from Mississippi.
Yeah.
He showed up.
He hard. Yeah.
It's just people showed up for me, bro.
When you speak of your generation, though, Banner, we talking about folks like Bone Crusher, Troy, Tip, Banner, Killer, everybody, Lil Jon. Everybody was able to go on and live the greatest lives ever. Right. The issue that we having in Atlanta right now with this generation is that we're not seeing that happening. We losing a lot of lives, and a lot of people are going to jail, man. What are your thoughts about that? And how was it that your generation was able to, you know, receive the success of all of the stuff that y'all was doing, but this generation is kind of succumbing to it?
Well, I believe, bro, it's just a tale of time, bro. Like, I think once our people went into integration and we started, not necessarily, I won't say it's because of being around them people. I think it's when we disconnected from our grandparents. See, the thing that I want to tell everybody is we try to find a way to make age mean that it's wrong or it's outdated.
Yeah.
The truth never gets old.
Never.
And if it's about age and you think age is wrong, then God is the oldest thing in existence. So then what you think about God? You know, I think it's us getting away from our morals. I think it's us getting away from what our grandmothers taught us, man. And if you look, since integration, our communities have gotten further and further and further away from what we believe, you know, and what we stand on. And that's one of the reasons why I'm back, bro, is because one thing that I can say is a lot of these kids come to me.
Yeah.
And we have to make sure that we're open for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I think with that gap in between our generations and Soulja Boy's generation, that a lot was lost and a lot of communication was lost. So a lot of these kids feel like they're out here by themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's more up to us to, number one, be successful. Because one thing that I can say about these kids that I learned, they want to see success.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So within that, if you're gonna tell them something, they want to see it work for you first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with us being successful and then having our arms open and being like, man, I'm here for you if you need me, if you want to talk to me. You know, when I was one of the first, not one of the first, but I was one of the groundbreakers in talking about mental health. And I was one of the people who didn't mind transforming their lives in front of these kids. So it was like, well, you did it. How can I do it? You know what I'm saying? And so I think our children are a direct reflection of what we did or did not teach them. You know what I'm saying? So we have to find a way to connect. And it don't necessarily have to be in music. Like, I think that's one of the ways we make mistakes is like we want to do everything on TV. You know, I mean, if you don't mind, I just say it to him like, me and your relationship is much deeper than what we doing right now. This is the easy shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know, me and you and your family been in the front of Publix. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Talking real life.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that is my relationship with people all around the nation.
That's right.
So if we can find a way to connect with these children, man, and that's one of the reasons why I'm excited to work with some of the new artists, because like after Swangin hit the radio,
they were ready.
Like now they coming. Like, Banner.
We need that.
Banner, we forgot, Banner. I hate you forgot, but I'm about to remind you. You know what I'm saying? And so within having that relationship in music, then they be like, big bro. Like, I want to do better, big bro. Like, big bro, how do I do this? Big bro, how do I do that? You know, and it's just being there for these kids, man. And what I do want to say is we have to stop blaming it on each other. You know, because if it is our children, then it's a direct reflection of what the parents did or did not do, right? So instead of saying, because if you really think about it, it's starting to look like slavery, bro. You know, light skin, dark skin, old, young. It's really supposed to be about right or wrong, or is the shit whack, or is it jamming?
Facts.
So if we can get down to saying, because a lot of times people will put these different tags on you to make you feel like you outdated, or you feel like you're too young, or you're too old. Just, are you jamming?
Come on.
You know, are you right or are you wrong?
Facts.
At the end of the day. And I do want to say this to people. Like, money is important, but just remember who prints the money and what them people have done to us historically. And so if they print the money and the money don't really have no value behind it, then they can give you anything to make you do whatever they want you to do. And if you do anything for money, what are you? What they call people that do anything for money? I'm asking.
Damn horse.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
Okay, on another note, on this Atlanta business talk, Chaka Zulu gets shot. And that wears everybody the hell out, because nobody saw that coming. And it's like, what the hell is really going on out here that would cause Chaka to be shot? How did that impact you, being that you knew the man, well, that you know the man personally?
I know his family, bro. It bothered me a lot, bro. Because Chaka don't move
like that,
bro.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Chaka he ain't no shiny cat. He ain't no loud cat, you know, and you know, it bothered me. I didn't see that one coming. You know, and you know, it's at some point, man, and that was one of the biggest things when I moved to Atlanta. One of the things that I loved the most was there was like a grandfather feeling in the street in Atlanta. You know, I remember when I first got here, it was just some things that the streets didn't stand for.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't, and I was like, yo, that's dope. Like, it's just some things that they wouldn't let happen. You can come here and do this. You can come here and do this.
But you ain't gonna be doing that.
That you ain't gonna do.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
There you can do that. There you can do that. But that you can't do. It ain't no amount of money that you can give nobody that's gonna change the way. The way that Goody Mob made me feel.
Come on.
In some aspects, the streets of Atlanta made me feel that way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It was was a code.
Yeah.
You feel me? And like it shows us how much we are needed, all of us. You know, and how much work that we're doing for our enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that bothers me the most. Like, them folks ain't got to do much no more. They ain't got to call us nigga. They ain't got to get nobody to do certain things. In a lot of cases, we'll do it. And, you know, I just think it's about communication and about us saying what we expect from the streets, what we expect from, you know, the politicians, what we expect from the rappers. You know, I think once it got to the point where it was just really about who had the bag, and you know, them folks can get anybody the bag or make them look like they got the bag.
Yeah.
But if you don't stand for nothing, you know. So like, as far as that concerned, bro, it bothered me, man. And you know, I had just left a situation with his family already, bro. So like, I was already tore up about that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what else I can say about that, bro.
No, I'm with you on that. Get well, Chaka. My thing is this, man. When you put up hundreds of thousands of dollars on that God Box One to give people that word, because you said, you know what? I'm David Banner. I'm about to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm about to give it to you people. Do you feel like it was received well? And what was the reception when you were coming with the medicine?
Oh man, it was awesome, bro. Those actual God boxes, which we have God boxes on this new one too.
Ooh,
yeah, it's gonna be jamming, and it's gonna match the frequency of the album. Like I would say. You know, people say they want the bag. We literally got a bag for them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
But what I tell you, man, it was awesome, bro.
Yeah.
And it was so powerful, man, because think about the group of us who put that album together. But we got the #1 spot on iTunes for 1 week, bro.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? We sold those God boxes. Actually, bro, is what changed my life, and was, you know, in some places was said was one of the top marketing, you know, ideas that they had ever seen. You know, we saw, there was 2 publications that said that, bro. And then and one person actually said, you know, on the mixtape that I had, Sex, Drugs, and Video Games, that was actually maybe the first crowdfunding. And people will be like, bro, you're a marketing genius, but it's like, we just got to do what we can with what we have.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, man, like, to be able to put out that kind of music, bro, not because I have to, but because I want to.
Exactly.
Because people said that they need it. You know, and to be able to get all your money back, because we put hundreds of thousands of dollars of my money. Be clear. Be clear of my money.
I know what you're talking about.
Know, and for me, bro, I always want to say that I did what's right. No matter if nobody else is doing it, bro. I want people to say that was a man. That was a grown man, and he stood.
That's right.
Because the crazy thing, man, is if you really think about history, you know how much money that you have to make in order to go down in history for some money? You can't make enough money, bro.
Facts.
Like, you know how many billionaires, multi-billionaires, and you don't have no slavery, you know what I'm saying, and war behind you in order to make that kind of money.
Come on.
So if you look at the people who really went down in history, it's the people that stood for something.
Every time.
Think about how much good music came out in the 1960s. That's probably the best time in recent history for music. Would you agree with that?
Hell yeah.
They barely talk about James Brown now. You know, one of the things that bothered me the most is, you know, Curtis Mayfield is one of my favorite artists of all time, bro. And when Curtis Mayfield died, I didn't hear enough.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And so if you look at the two people that they really talk about, you know, during the 60s, it's Martin and Malcolm.
Yeah.
And, you know, look at their families, where their families are.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that I want to say is people always talk about, they want to give me flowers. I don't want your fucking flowers. I want your support. Cause I'm gonna we gonna take this shit this time.
Exactly.
Like it ain't no fucking excuses, none of that bullshit. People say they want better music.
Yeah.
Well, here it go. I ain't criticizing nobody else's music. I ain't talking about nobody else's music. All these motherfuckers talking about they want good music.
Yeah.
Like it was a fucking DJ on the last God Box who was talking about. No, he was a TV personality.
Mm-hmm.
He was a TV personality, and he said that how much great music that he wanted, and they were talking about this TV personality was talking about how much he loved, how much how much bad music was out here. And I walked up on him, man. I was like, bro, like, I done sent you this God Box 7, 8, 9 times. What I realized is a lot of people don't want better. They just like talking about the bad.
Exactly.
So we on their motherfucking ass, man. And so, like, for me, that's what this means. That's what this go-round means, you know. You can go to davidbanner.com. Everything that you need is right there.
That's right.
The God Box 2 is on its way. Swangin is out right now. You can go pick it up everywhere you got music. My preference would be for you to go buy it.
Come on.
Some people don't even know what the iTunes store is no more.
No, they don't. They don't.
But I go find it. It's
exactly.
the star on your iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Go to Amazon, pick that junk up. Make sure that you go to A Banner Vision on YouTube and subscribe. Right. You know, and let's get to it.
Performing at that Verzuz with Bun and 8 Ball and MJG, man. What was that like, man?
Yeah, bro, that was breathtaking, bro.
Come on.
To be honest with you, man, I just want to say this to people, man. Sometimes the universe or God has a greater calling for you. Mm-hmm. So we wasn't about to put Swangin out, bro. But like, Bun called me and was like, bro, I want you to be a part of this Verzuz.
Yeah.
And it was crazy how it happened. I ended up being the last person to rap on that Verzuz. That is international.
Come on.
And my first single is an ode to Houston, and I'm on stage with UGK.
Come on.
And 8 Ball and MJG, and my second single is heavily influenced by Memphis.
My God. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no way we not about to throw this single out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way we not about to hit the ground. I called everybody and said, it's go time now. And a lot of times, you know, it's great to be prepared because that's something that I'm working on and my team is working on now more, is being prepared. Sometimes you fucking gotta go.
Yeah.
And so like to be a part of that, you know, and with my body changing, with me looking good, me smelling good, feeling good, me having a level of success that I have in every other part of my life.
Come on.
It was like, it's time now. You know what I'm saying? We smashed that, came straight off of that, did a show in front of 5,000 people.
Come on.
In Tulsa.
Yeah.
It was time, bro. It was time.
Okay, I just saw recently in an interview with Jay-Z and Kevin Hart, where Jay-Z said that he feels like nothing happens to you in life. You know, everything happens for you in life. When you look at your career up until now, do you feel like anything happened to you, or do you feel like everything that you went through was for you to become the ultimate David Banner that you is
Everything,
now?
Man. There's some things going on right now in my life, you know, that I looked at. Like, I believe that some religions teach us that pain means that God is upset with you. No, pain is a director.
Ooh.
It's time for you to change some stuff in your life.
Come on now.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So, like,
shit,
what got you to this point that you're here? So you have to look at yourself. So many times we blaming other people. What is it about me that I need to change?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we talk about all the rest of the rappers. No, what about me?
Yeah.
Okay, if I believe that lyricism is important, I'm gonna get on this bitch and spit my motherfucking ass off.
Come on.
If I think that beats are important, I'm gonna bang these motherfuckers' head off.
Come on.
You feel what I'm saying? If God allowed you to live, then there is a message in it. You feel what I'm saying? And when you don't have the pain, is when I believe you're not loved. Because if something is wrong with your body, and you don't have no symptoms, that means somebody ain't looking out for you.
Exactly.
But if something's wrong with your head, and it may not actually be in your brain, but that's somewhere for the doctor to start paying attention to, so you can figure out something is wrong. If you don't pay attention to the signs long enough, then the symptoms leave. Then you die.
Come on now.
So I agree with it. Everything is for the greater good if you're willing to get up off your ass and do something about it.
Exactly.
And or in my case, sit my ass down somewhere and do something about it.
Mentally, Banner, how have you been working on yourself? And then also during this whole COVID time, man, I mean, what was going through your mind during this time up until now to where it's back open and you leading the charge?
Man, first of all, I got a great team.
Yeah.
You know, Regina Davenport, Salih, Robinson, you know, and the rest of my ABV team, which are amazing. You know, shout out to Kia Washington. She up here looking out for us.
That's right.
Andre, Mr. Muhammad, just all of the people that work with us. Shout out to Latoya. She did a great job on all the stuff in Houston. It's really having a team and realizing that I don't have to do it all. And it hadn't been easy for me.
Yeah.
You know, my little brother Salih is a fucking superstar.
Yes, sir.
You know, and I had to learn that I wasn't allowing him to be the superstar that he could be because I was trying to do it all.
Damn.
And Mr. Moody taught me. Mr. Moody is one of the most successful construction companies in Atlanta. He was like, David, you became you by grinding and hustling and having to do everything, and that's fine. He said, but if you want to be like me, you're going to have to learn to rest and delegate.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm having to learn that. And a lot of my suffering comes from not listening to that. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's crazy because you got people around you that's willing to do anything for you. They're just waiting for you to get them the keys. They can't drive if you don't get them the keys.
Yeah.
So that's been my greatest thing, man. And the other thing is you can't spread throughout the universe if you hold it on. You know, I got something that's going on in 2 days that I know that if I jumped on it and I got on the phone, that I can make it all work.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that I gotta let my people do it, and I'm gonna see. You know, no bullshit, bro. I took off yesterday, and I didn't touch my phone. Well, I didn't touch my phone for 14 hours, bro. That was the reason why when you hit me the first time, it took me, I didn't touch my... Bro, I got so much money, bro. I got so many opportunities, and that was... I believe that was God telling me.
Yeah.
Look at what happened when you let me go.
I'm with you.
Look at what happened when you believe that, or know. Because I believe it's more than belief. You got to know that you know that you know. You got to know when it's zero.
That's right.
And you on your fucking face that it's there and it's fucking coming.
That's right.
You know, and a lot of the stuff I got to say, man, like even that I tell my little bro, like, you know, a lot of stuff I went back on the teachings that I knew was good for me. You know, about shortening the people who have access to you.
Come on.
You know, and it's not that you think that you're better than people.
You can't answer 1,000 calls in a day, sir.
You can't answer 1,000 calls, and you can't finish listening to what's coming down for you.
Come on.
You can't you can't finish that conversation with God. You can't finish up an album. You can't finish up a whole fucking song. You know, a whole fucking verse. You know, you can't work on your show. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned that, you know, you have to be selective. And the real crazy thing is the people who be pulling at you, they know that they shouldn't have access to you either. But you the fool to continue to allow everybody to have access to you.
Yeah.
So they going to keep sucking you dry for as long as they possibly can. Literally and physically. You feel me?
See, that's the gun box too, right there.
Put a lot of one in there too. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, Banner, talk to me about just handling business though as a businessman, because what you were talking about, I talk to with a lot of my business partners all the time. A lot of folks with the A-type personalities that feel like if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done right and it's not gonna get done now. How did you release that?
Well, I'm still releasing it.
Okay.
I can't sit up here and tell you that it's still a struggle for me. You know, the biggest thing that I've been telling, you know, my mentors is show me how to do it. And I want to tell a lot of the fathers that, you know, our kids learn by example.
Yeah.
If you look at the walls in Egypt, they're pictures.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Not all words. They're pictures. This is how it got done.
Come on.
Look at the wheel rolling. Look at the pier. Like, look at it.
Yeah.
So, like, with me, a lot of shit, I just didn't know how to do it. Because what I would do was, like, one of the things I'm learning now is about budgeting.
Yeah.
Right? I never had no fucking budget. So, I would always do whatever it takes in order to make it happen. But then I realized, and this is one of the craziest realizations that I ended up having, is that what a budget does is allows you to make sure that you take care of yourself too.
Come on.
Because what I was watching is everybody around me was taken care of, but me, because I would take all my money and put it into the next project to make sure that everybody was still working.
Exactly.
But I never really pulled away from me because I was always doing for everybody. And you can't sustain your life because everything is not gonna work.
Yeah.
You know, so if you spending $1 million here, 300 here, you know, and it was the same way with my time. Most people wasn't realizing, okay, I'm with you, but then I got somebody else that I'm working with, and it's here, and then I still got to make a beat. You know, I still got to work on my show. You know, and then you find yourself spinning.
Come on.
So for me, it's not just about budgeting your money, but budgeting your time. And Zig Ziglar said something that was so powerful, bro. He said that I want you to put, it was a diagram. Yeah. And he said, I want you to put how much time you delegate, you know, to each one of these things. So it was health right here. And then it was family here. Then it was business here. Then it was your love life here. Then it was recreation. Then it was like just doing nothing. Yeah. And then maybe just like your health, right? So 85% of my time went to business anyway. Yeah. So it was there. Then it was like 15, 5. Then he said, in order for you to move forward, you have to have a will. So if your diagram is spiked like that, you can't move forward. You have to find a way to create a wheel. Yeah. Even if it's allowing other people to sustain some of that 75% so it could get done, you know, and stepping away sometime and letting people make mistakes. Yeah. So you can at least know that you need to fire that motherfucker if every time, you know, something is getting ready to crash. Because one thing that I will say is that we all do know that if it came down to it, just like you did, we get in this motherfucker and get at it. Come on and now. And at least sustain our family's lifestyle. Come on now. One thing we not going to be ever again is broke. Come on now. That's something that we not going to be. We ain't going there. You know what I'm saying? So in saying that, if it come down to it, it's all right to let people fall on their face as long as it's controlled. Exactly. Yeah. Like I tell folks all the time, I got post-traumatic stress to poverty, okay? I don't want to see that motherfucker ever again. Yeah. Now, when I think about the future of just hip-hop and then especially Atlanta hip-hop, man, when I say the names, Young Thug, Gunna, Trouble just passed, Lucci in jail, Bankroll's gone, Lil Keed passed, that's a whole class of people, Rollo in jail, that are gone. Where do you see the future of hip-hop going, and what the hell do you think? What is your take on everything, just looking at it as an elder in this thing? Man, it's painful, man, because I really think that this system is trying to break the spirit of our folk, man. Like, not only just from a talent perspective, man, but, you know, to be able to come from where we come from and to be able to reach the heights that we reach and to watch people die, to watch people go to jail, like regardless of how people may act, do you know what that does to the spirit of these children, bro?
Yeah.
You know, I hope this is something that we can take as a sign, man, and put this thing in the road. Cause the real truth is, bro, it's music.
Yeah.
And I don't think music should be all good or bad.
Facts.
I think that's a mistake. Like, we needed NWA, bro.
Yeah.
You know, we needed every group that was the pioneer of their sound. We needed them, bro. It's just that we need balance, and we need to be okay with balance. You know, I always tell people, man, like, you go to church? They were like, yeah, you go to church? Well, how many days you go to church? They say, like, one day. All right, then, well, if you're 100, then one day or one song out of 7 songs, ain't nothing wrong with that being about God.
Yeah.
Like, you love your daughter, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, can we get one song about your daughter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I think we need is some balance. Because a lot of times, even though it shouldn't be a rapper's responsibility, you know, with the weakness and the way that America has helped to break our families, we raise these children whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
You know, whether we want to be a role model or not, like, a lot of people lay their life on the line. I got a little homie that got a podcast, and he said something on his podcast. I really wanted to call him up and tell him, bro, you got to watch what you say, bro, because he said something that I thought would be very detrimental to people. And it is your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion, bro. But one thing I had to learn the hard way, bro, is people are listening.
Yeah.
And people need us, bro. Like, these kids need us, bro. And so one thing that I say, man, is that, bro, it's so many folk dying, bro.
Yeah.
I think this is the worst time in history to go in front of a white judge, dog. Maybe not in history, but in recent history. I just thought about it. I was like, yeah. Well, a lot of times back then, we didn't even make it to the judge. But like, this is one of the worst times, bro. It seems like they going out of their way, bro, to make examples, bro. So yeah. I'll just say, man, that, you know, we talked about the pain earlier. You know, hopefully this level of pain, bro, we can turn into something that we can look down the line later on and say, bro, that we turned it into something that we'll make sure, you know, or we'll try to make as much of the pain that we saw stand and mean something.
Exactly. This Atlanta that you see now, how do you feel about it versus the one that you came into?
Bro, music is music, bro.
And I'm talking about culturally and then just from a society standpoint as well in the city.
Well, this is what I believe, bro. It's like, I don't like people who talk about stuff that they're not willing to change. Like, Atlanta has grown. Atlanta has changed. Things about Atlanta has changed. I'm grateful to Atlanta as a whole for what they did for me in my career. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, one of the things I try not to do, and I said this on New York radio, you know, they were talking about asking how I felt about certain types of music. And I was listening to that criticism. And I was like, bro, that's how y'all used to talk about me when Like a Pimp came out.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like all the music out of any generation. And what I'm not going to sit here and do, bro, is I'm not going to do the same thing that our parents did to us.
Come on.
Any music, bro, when it first come out, our ego makes us feel like that we're better.
Yeah.
Well, if you are better, then put better music out.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it's something to learn from everybody, you know? And I really believe one of the things that I really hate is that we pitch ourselves against each other, and then people don't listen. Cause bro, if somebody walked up to you, man, and say "fuck you," what's the first thing you gonna say?
Nigga, fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know how would you want? How and why would a kid listen to you? One, if they successful. First of all, they successful.
Come on.
They successful, and then they look at you and say, okay, how that shit you talking doing for you? And then you said, fuck me.
They don't want to hear that
They
shit.
don't want to hear that shit, dog.
Oh my God.
But if a motherfucker say some, if a motherfucker show you some guidance,
Yeah.
and then you jamming,
Yeah.
like when that swanging man, my homeboy called me and said, man, my daughter say she can listen to that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do. You put your shit on the table.
Yeah.
I put my shit on the table, and we talk about it. Because number one, I'm grown now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that a kid make shouldn't be for me.
Come on.
Number one, that's like how the mama's out in the club with the daughters.
Come on now.
That's just some places that ain't for me. Some things I'm not gonna try to do.
Thanks.
Everything ain't for everybody, but what I say, bro, is it all has something to offer, bro. Like the thing, bro, melodically, I understand Thug, bro.
Yeah.
Like Thug got it's something about his freedom.
Yeah.
In the way, the dexterity and the way that he spits his verses.
Yeah.
Bro, it is something to learn from everybody, man. And you are an idiot if you don't look at the effect that it has, because millions of people say that maybe you're not right.
Yeah.
So I sit and I look, bro. Salih will tell you when Gunna first single came out, that's all I listened to.
Come on.
That's all I listen to. It's funny. What producer we trying to get right now? Sonny Digital.
Come on, that boy Sonny hell now.
Sonny Digital is like one of my favorite producers.
Yeah.
And like a lot of times when people get older, they scared to admit that they fans of people that are younger than them. Like Sonny Digital locked into something that I was trying to figure out earlier than I did. I wavered on it, and I started it with Rubber Band Man.
Yeah.
Taking major chords,
Yeah.
happy music,
Yeah.
making it beat, and then the rapper will bring it back to the streets. You know, if you look at Rubber Band Man, when Tip put that out, bro, it brightened the streets up.
That's real.
It brightened the streets up. I want to say another thing too, bro.
I'm here for it.
One thing when people will criticize, like people will criticize people but then won't give them their props. I always wanted to say this and I never did. I never got to say it. Is that one thing that I can say that Soulja Boy did, and he created a generation, is that he got kids to dancing in the club again, bro.
Come on.
Like we was doing other stuff in the club, bro. And like, if you even look at clubs now, they don't even have dance floors no more. It's just sections.
Come on, man.
Like people don't even fuck with each other no more, bro.
Exactly.
You can't even go to a club and like have a good conversation no more. It's people showing off over overpriced shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so as much as we criticize, we gotta find a way to say, man, that we got love, and how can we work together? That's one thing I'm gonna show everybody how to do. Watch me, bro. Like, I'm gonna get with these kids, bro, and we gonna vibe, and we gonna find a way to communicate better than just about anybody else has, man.
Exactly.
You know, it's so funny, man, because like I was listening to Pharrell's new single, bro, and like 21, just, bro, people could say what they want to, bro. Like his dexterity and his verses, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and I got on some people, I told him, I was like, bro, when he did that song with J. Cole, like the words should have stopped then. You know, but people get quiet, you know, and when they want to say something negative, they say something negative, but they never hold nobody up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the reason why, you know, I said what I said about the Migos.
Yeah.
Like, bro, y'all criticize them boys and then turn around and take their style. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
You know, and we all have influences, but still, man, we also have to be man enough to say when somebody's doing a good job, bro. And I think that these kids are doing a good job keeping music alive, bro.
What is it about the ego that will not allow people to show each other the kind of love that we need to move the culture forward as a community?
I think it's slavery.
Okay.
Like, we don't want to see another black man free. You know, I got into it. I got into it with some authorities, man, and I jumped up on a cop car and at a show, and knew I shouldn't have been up there. You know what I'm saying? I knew when I climbed up there I shouldn't have been up there, but you know, it was crazy because the white cops, and I think it was a Polynesian cop over there, none of them say nothing.
They understood.
It was just one black cop, and the Polynesian dude was sort of like, damn, he's brave. And the black cop came over there and he showed his ass. And the crazy thing that he didn't understand is, bro, I'm older than you, first of all. And I told him, bro, I was like, nah, you're not gonna handle me like that.
That's
and it was
right.
crazy because he went back and postured like he was gonna grab his gun, you know? And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get my ass back on stage and perform in front of these 5,000 people. You take your ass back over there by that tree.
Yeah.
And finish living your life.
Yeah.
And what I said as I was walking away, I said, it's sad because out of all these people, it took a black man to say something and didn't nobody tell you to say something. You were showing out.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I really believe it's because you see a black man free.
Free.
Ain't nobody else gonna jump on top of a motherfucking a police vehicle and do what I did, you know? And to be honest with you, the crazy shit is, I didn't know what it was when I jumped up there. I ain't gonna front. Most people will front. I just saw the motherfucker was like, bet.
Yeah.
Maybe I knew it was going on. Maybe I did. But like, it felt to me, and what I try not to do, I try not to say I know what somebody's thinking, because that's insanity. But I believe in his heart, man. He saw a free black man doing something that he knew that he could never do. And he knew how them people would treat him if he didn't have that badge on. Like, that's what I really believe, man. Same way that we talk about, you know, these young rappers, man. Treat somebody how you wanted to be treated. I remember how it was. And I made some mistakes, too. It's some things that I could have done better, you know, in the game in general. But, you know, when you see somebody free, as long as they not hurting nothing, as long as they not hurting themselves and they not going in a direction that can be detrimental, like, man, help another man be free. I tell you this, one of my partners was a policeman in Mississippi. He said something so powerful to me. He said, Banner, he said, as long as I don't believe that somebody is trying, the things that a person is doing is not going to impede or hurt somebody else's life, I let them be. He said, number one, because I don't want to die.
Yeah.
He said, but number two, we're all humans. And he said, I don't even know how they let me on the police force and all the shit that I've done.
Yeah.
He said, but you know, you gotta always think, man, before you swing a sword, try to remember how it felt when you were on the other side of it.
Yeah. When you speak of being a free black man, how do we get other black people free? And then also, what about the people that don't realize that they are in slavery? Because one of the things that I have an issue with myself, as a free person, I want to say things and I want to explain things to people, but it seems like folks get offended when you start talking like you free, and it's like, well, I can't tell y'all what I really want to tell y'all.
Fuck them. Some of them need to go anyway.
Yeah.
I'm done with trying to convince. Cause see, it's like you know, you helping somebody and then you got to convince them that you right too. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
Like, no lie, man. I used to be like, why was Dick Gregory so fucking angry?
Yeah.
Like as he got older.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you give your whole life. Like, bro, like, I sacrificed like $12 million. No bullshit. I sat back and looked at it, man, about $12 million for what I believe in. What people don't understand, bro, is I get most of my money from Fortune 500 companies, bro.
Yeah.
And for some reason, black folk think that being so-called conscious makes you money. I do get money, more money than most artists do doing that, but not enough to sustain my dreams.
Yeah. I'm
trying to shoot sci-fi movies, bro.
Come on.
And that takes, $700 million for the but what I'll tell you, like, Beehive, a very powerful, a black man told me in Mississippi, he just passed. He said, you keep playing Jesus and wonder why you end up on the cross.
Come on now.
It ain't your place to save everybody. You do what you can for the people. Like, no lie, this time on the God Box 2,
yeah,
instead of trying to save the world, I'm gonna save the people around me. How in the fuck can I tell the world about how to save Atlanta, and I ain't save the people that's standing right around me?
I'm with you.
You feel what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to be successful.
Yeah.
I'm going to be successful, and then if you want to be like me, it's funny. Salih said something to me. He was like, Dave Banner, I would have never worn a dashiki. He was like, you the first one I ever seen rock a dashiki with some J's.
Yeah.
He said, you make that shit look fly as fuck.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? He said, so I would rock that if it looked good.
That's right. Well, one thing about your sense of style when it comes to the merch and just anything, you make your shit look good, Banner.
Yeah. We one of the things that we said, we would never put out something that we wouldn't wear.
Okay, that's right.
So I give you a real quick one. When I was out here, stunting is a habit, foolish David Banner. What I spend on merch now is about what I was spending on just stupid ass shit back then.
Yeah.
So even if we just wear our clothes at the rate that we get it, I still be saving money.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I'm supporting me. Shout out for Brandy. She just wore our shit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Yeah.
Go to davidbanner.com. You can get it right now. Laz Alonso wore our shit. On the boys twice.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we really been getting the support, man, and we just gonna keep it moving.
Man, you done did movies, okay? You done produced platinum records as a producer, made platinum music as a rapper, got your activists on in the streets in the same time.
Right.
At this point, what the hell are you? What is it that you want out of life? Where is you trying to take it? Where's this motivation to still go out here and raise Cain coming from, seeing what you done seen and doing all that you done already did?
I really believe that if we really want to change our children's lives, what did we talk about earlier? Show me how to do it, right? All right, so we can rap our ass off and talk all this shit. We didn't understand West Coast life until we saw a movie.
That's right.
And one of my only criticisms, well, not one of my only criticisms, but one of my criticisms in cinema is that we don't even win in our own movies.
Yeah.
We're working on our first full-length feature film.
Ooh.
And we gonna win like a motherfucker.
Come on now.
Like, they probably gonna put signs outside of the theater at a Banner Vision.
Yeah.
Like, please don't holler and scream as much.
Come on.
And the thing is, man, is just making movies that's first. And I think The Matrix is my foundation. Because like when The Matrix first came out, people didn't talk about how deep it was.
Yeah.
They talked about the cinematography, the explosions and all that shit. My shit gonna be either super violent, super fun, super explosion, super sci-fi, and then all the rest of that stuff is gonna be in there. The first movie that we're making is sort of like it's a hood Rambo.
That's hard.
And it's like a dude, you know, who realized that he's used, and I actually saw this on the news in New York. This dude, the police were criticizing this dude, like, how you helping these black kids as a black soldier?
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, like, I just came from the war. He said, so y'all can use, you know, me to fight for y'all, but I can't use my skills to protect my community.
Yep.
And so this gonna be about a dude who decide I can't save the world, but I can save my street.
Exactly.
And literally, he walked out front of his house and started with the folks in the street. Because usually we find time and it's just us.
Yeah.
But one thing that I liked about The Wire the most is The Wire showed you the reason why.
Yeah.
The stuff that black people do is a residual effect of what everybody else throws on our community.
Come on,
you feel
man.
what I'm saying? And so in my first movie, we deal with that, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Crazy. Yeah. Any more movies on the way? What else do we need to be looking out for? Any more acting and stuff like that?
Acting is on deck. You see how your boy looking. Sci-fi movies is coming. I'm about to strictly just go and get my superhero on.
Okay.
I'll tell you what my dream is. My dream is to be our children's superhero in real life and on the screen.
I can dig that.
You know, a lot of times when people become uber famous, they separate themselves from the community. You know how busy I was, and you know I'm hardly ever late.
Come on.
And the reason why I came today, bro, I really didn't have the time to do it today, bro.
Yep.
But you don't never ask me for nothing, bro.
Come on.
And I want it to be for those people who have earned that in my life.
Yeah. I feel that.
If I'm on, you know, doing a movie for Marvel, setting up a banner vision to compete, that you can still, at nothing else, get me on the phone.
Yeah.
Wherever I go, you know that you are there. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do for you, and I wanted to say that, man.
Yep.
Like, we spend so much time trying to get on everybody else's shit. Why not make the people you know hot? So that when,
1.5 million folks every month.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Why don't you make the motherfuckers that you know hot? And then all they have to do is be reciprocal to you, bro.
Exactly.
I can't do what I did today for everybody.
Come on.
I was on the line, man. The core DJs, they went really hard for me. And on our call, I told them, I was like, man, I can't answer every DJ.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all forgive me, because that's what wore me out the last time.
Yeah.
I was like, just know that if I can, I'll try to, but just know that I love you and that I appreciate it, but I can't pick up every call. I can't do everything for everybody, but know that my heart is in the right place.
Exactly.
But for those people who put the work in, who have the years and the time and the relationship, we got to stop talking about, I got you. Yeah. The motherfucker don't never show up. When I say I got you, and I want you to know, bro, if I say that I can't show up, that you already know I know better.
It's real.
That's a saying that we have, and if Scott don't come pick me up, or Karan don't come pick me up, or Lee don't come pick me up, or Regina, or Kia, or any of my folks, I'm not mad. I know somebody dead.
Yeah.
Somebody dead, somebody hurt.
Yeah.
Somebody car in a wreck or something. Yeah. I don't think when my people don't show up, like, what the fuck, why the fuck they tripping?
Exactly.
Something wrong.
Yeah.
So I want you to know, bro, like, I appreciate you. I thank you for everything, bro.
Same thing here, man.
You was there when you didn't have to be, and you got something special about you, bro. The reason why people fuck with you is because when our people started watching TV, they lost their mind, but they didn't lose their soul.
Yeah.
You still have something that our grandparents have, bro. You represent a spirit of Atlanta. You represent a spirit of the South. I represent a spirit of the South, you know, and it's important, bro, that we keep that out there, bro.
For me, Banner, it's always been, I just wanted to be the example of what it would be to show some love. So if I got Beehive TV, we get 1.5 million different folks coming through here every month. Why not show some love to my people that show love to my platform and let them see it, let them 1.5 million folks see it every doggone month? Why not?
I was so happy.
Why not?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And that's my whole thing. It's like, it's the example that I want to show to somebody else to see in it. They say, you know what? Well, hell, if I can show love to his people, then I can show love to my people.
And I want to say something in leaving. The one thing that you can't stop is time. So you're going to get older.
Come on.
So watch what you say about getting older.
Yeah.
Because your ass is on the way.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that.
And the one thing that I'll tell everybody, I love that they call me OG, and I appreciate it. But know that I'm competition.
Come on now.
I'm not here to compete against you. I'm not here to degrade you, but I'm on every motherfucker ass that moving. I don't care how old you are, what color you are. I'll put my album up against anything moving in this bitch, period. I'll let you pick the record.
Come on.
You pick the fucking record and
on.
play that motherfucker. That's how I feel. And the thing that I want people to know, that's not just the betterment for David Banner and the Banner Vision. If a wise woman told me one time, if anybody can do it, it's not art. And if it's not art anymore, then that's the reason why they can give it away for free or microcents.
Come on.
We have to make this shit. A girl told me, if my little brother can make it, then why should I buy yours?
Come on.
We got to make this shit an art. And that don't mean that it got to be the way that it sounded in 1985. A lot of times a motherfucker wants you to do what they do so they can control you.
Yeah.
Most people want you to believe in their God because they know more about their God than you do, so they can control you.
That's right.
I don't want to control these kids. I just want you to be the best that you can be when you are it.
Come on.
And I'm going to be the best that I can be, and whoever like it. You feel me?
You snapped earlier when you was talking about, and I'm going to wrap it up, Banner, but you just didn't trigger me. My daddy said something that had something to do with going old, and he said it made so much sense to me, and that's kind of why I rock the way I rock. He said, hey, B, I still feel the same way that I've always felt. He was like, I just look in the mirror and see an old-ass face looking back at me. So I knew then that, okay, nobody ever really gets old.
Yeah. And bro.
You just physically get old, nigga.
And bro, watch this. This the crazy shit. Hold on. This bitch costs too much for me to take out. Let me put the motherfuckers back on. Let me tell you this though, bro. Watch this. If you believe that there's a finite amount of energy in the universe, right? That really means that we all have existed since the beginning of time. If we believe that God created everything, right? And we have been here as long as God has been here, but just in different forms. You know, the crazy thing is white people have flipped our culture so much. In every other culture, it is an honor to grow old.
Come on, man.
Some things you can't do in a tribe until you're 80 years old.
My God.
You can't do certain things until you have the wisdom, and you shouldn't want to do it until you have the wisdom. The other thing is, one of the other reasons why these people push, it happened, I heard it. I'm not even gonna say the city because I don't want to get the people in trouble. But when they first started this ageism thing, my homeboys called me, and they was like, "Bro, listen to what they trying to implement." And I was on the phone, and the DJs was like, "Nah, man, we love Banner. These kids fuck with him.
Yeah.
Like, what are y'all talking about?" And the thing that I realized, man, is that if the youth are supposed to be the body, the elders are supposed to be the mind.
Come on now.
Let these kids run.
That's right.
And let the elders think. But we have to be on the same body, moving in the same direction.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
The God Box 2. DavidBanner.com.
That's right.
Like, Swangin. Get that single right now. It's jamming. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all.
Hey, man. As always, appreciate you, Banner.
All right,
Be Hot Radio, shout it, David Banner. Holla at y'all in a minute, babe. We go.